Hello, Kicking YouTube. Welcome back. We are episode 67. Gonna be a shorter episode. We're down a few people, but there's still part of the story that we can at least rush up on and then do the other part next week. And for that, we'll hop right in. So yeah. So most of the crew is at Raven's Watch. And there's been an alert of a imminent threat. As thunder spells showed up and was all like, I saw a familiar thunderous bird flying through the sky. And this was just shortly after he figured out that the white dragon mask that you guys had obtained is marked with a tracker. It was kind of left as a trap for everybody to pick up, which I believe is stuffed inside Cecile's bag.
Yep.
And
Sorry,
in the
I'm
attempts
trying.
to, while you had given your armor to the Hammer Bros to try to see what they could do with it, you decided to teleport. Cecile decided to teleport Tibbers with consent up into the mountains to kind of see their city, kind of see where Cecile was able to disappear for 100 years and just kind of chill. Which brings us to the city of Sildun.
Okay, I'm back. I did not consent to anything.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out why I say join above BTT, and it doesn't.
Oh no.
It opens my character sheet. It does not take me to the map.
You might have to make sure that that there's not an update in the extension.
That's what I'm checking right now. I clicked to open the extension.
Wow.
It didn't say update.
Wow, Badger, is that where
This
Timbers and
is
Cecile
this is the giant city of Sildun.
Damn.
What's the version of above BTT that you have to me?
I mean, I just have above VTT, but I also have. Well, I had 1.9.
Got the same version.
Okay.
We're gonna close Chrome. We're gonna reopen Chrome. And we're not going to talk about the fact that my wife has another Chrome window that has like 20 tabs on it right now. It's minimized. It's minimized, and it's not the one I'm playing the game off of. So
it might just be bogged down.
I've got it minimized, which should help it. There a BMAP button?
Yeah, Sildun is buried deep inside one of the northern mountain ranges, one of the larger mountain ranges of Faerun. And it has been here for millennia without anyone ever really noticing it. The giants keep watch over it. They don't let too many people nearby. Most sightings of a rogue giant will keep people from venturing up here, but those that are seeking something other than vengeance or death can, if they approach the giants without ill will, sometimes people are allowed inside. The city was slowly built up from giant and dwarven like creatures there is often a mytho in D&D that a lot of dwarves and giants came from the same ancestral race. One grew large, one kind of shrunk down to a different size. But ultimately, the two societies are very similar. They're very warrior-based. Some of them can be great agriculturalists, architects, you name it. The seal knows this place fairly well. Around the outsides of the main city is a bunch of minecart paths for whether it be travel or work. They mine out the materials here. A lot of the more rarer ores that aren't known very much throughout Faerun is come here. But at the same time, this place is very serene-like, very calming, and some people are welcome in to relax. And that's exactly what Cecile plans to do with Tibbers. You guys met the gatekeeper who let you in, and then as soon as that outer door opened, you guys were just this vast cityscape. There's a minecart that you guys are welcome on. It's much bigger. Like it probably seems like a giant tank in Timber's version, because compared to normal minecarts, this is built for a giant. So you guys get the ability to ride it in. Tibbers, you're just kind of completely taken aback by the allure of all the shiny things, and it's like even like the water seems to glow with all the bioluminescence. A lot of the plant and animal life, especially for a druid, there's a lot of species that you know or have read about, because a lot of them outside of this area, they've gone extinct or they're very rare to find. It's like you take a step at a time being here, where anything that was old was preserved, and you can tell that it really doesn't have very much at all to do with the outside world.
Damn.
And for creatures like giants or Fey type, you really start to understand how the seal could have spent 100 years here in what feels like a couple of days. Because neither giants or Fey creatures observe time the same way other creatures do.
No, absolutely.
But you guys are welcomed in. You get taken to the main city where there are just lush fields, and in terms of flora and fauna, it's kind of like a combination between forest regions, mountain regions, and like Underdark. A lot of the natural lighting that comes in from this place are mostly like bioluminescent minerals or creatures that just keep lighting up the place. A lot of the city is made out of reflective surfaces, so that what little light they do get shines brightly.
Yeah, but BT's T is just not. I uninstalled it, I reinstalled it, and I click on it, and it just takes me to my character sheet. So I've got your stream up.
Oh no. Okay, so that's something
Click
we
on
can
my
try
buttons.
to.
It's just gonna. It's later.
But yeah, you guys are brought here, and Tibbers, you kind of get a little run of the place. Of course, everything is just massive in comparison to your size.
Oh yeah.
but there's still plenty
Kind of
to
makes me
do.
feeling almost. No one makes me feel damn near insignificant here.
One of the giants
I get the point. Go for
One
it.
of the giants escorts the two of you into a large room with a few streams, some lush bushes, and sitting up a staircase, sitting on this looks like giant red pillow.
Damn.
Is
Keep saying
a
that word. Keep saying it. That's what they do.
is the very particular giant that helped the seal when she was here.
Remind me the name?
Hmm?
Remind me the name?
That's the thing. He has been here so long, and he
Oh,
is
he didn't have
called.
a name.
He's been called so many things. He's got more titles than a name.
Yeah.
You know, for some it's the wise one. For others, it's in different giantish languages, it's a mixture between like leader or medicine man or whatnot. Kind of like the reason why he has such a calm head. As soon as you
Yeah.
enter the room, he greets the seal, recognizing her almost instantly, and mentions you've changed since you've been here last.
Yeah.
You've grown.
Literally.
And figuratively.
Like to hope. I brought my friend here. Very similar help. Hopefully getting to him sooner than me.
Later.
He kind of like tilts his head to look at Tibbers and very calmly does the mirror finger. Come forth, let me see you.
Timber's busy. Timber steps forward.
Much turmoil. Much turmoil. You've done well to hide your darkness.
Not well enough. Kind of gets like a little chuckle rubbing the back of my neck.
You've recently done something that weighs heavy on your mind and your heart. Tell me, what was it?
That I desecrated a corpse of a foe of ours. I let my anger get the best of me and used the spirit of nature to take the corpse far away from my location and had it torn to shreds, desecrated in a sense, almost beyond recognition.
I see. Too many people see anger as evil and dark. Anger can serve the swordsman as much as the paladin, if used correctly. Let it consume you, and it will take you down paths most people, creatures, dare not travel. It seems you let this anger take control of you, And you are here now to seek redemption.
If that is possible. I feel
They
like
fixed me.
I might
Oh,
have strayed too far. I feel like I might have strayed too far down that dark path.
Cecile just starts chuckling. Yeah.
I think you need a session with the Darkstone.
Ooh, that
He
don't
reaches
sound good.
he reaches behind himself and he pulls out this, granted with a giant one hand, pulls out this ornate looking
Ooh.
chest. Well, for him, it's more like a jewelry box. And places it
Yeah.
in front of you. And he opens it up with both hands gently. And inside is this just midnight black egg-shaped stone. It seems like such a midnight black, it seems to be a void of all light. For how bright the chest is and the room is, it just kind of seems to just retain this absolute blackness.
Yeah, like no light shines on it at all.
Mm-hmm. And then that's when he gestures a hand and says, "Please, take and observe."
How big is this egg? Because I mean, it's how big would this egg be
For
compared to
you,
me?
it'd be like football, soccer ball, like bowling ball, bigger, a little
Oh,
bit bigger
okay.
than a bowling ball. Like it's
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 pretty
big.
big to me.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, about medium size. All right, so Timbers proceeds to walk forward, glances the egg over. It's like, Jesus, this thing really is dark. My goodness. And then I look at the giant and kind of like motion my hands, like pick it up. Like, should I pick it up?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all right. Gives a shrug. And he places his hands underneath the egg and lifts it up.
Very good. Now see where the path could take you. And in one of his other hands, he's got this staff-looking thing, and he taps it. Illumine Imperitum. And the egg
Wait, what?
that you hold in your hand suddenly melts into this, suddenly splashes into this like black ick. And just it goes from like a solid object and just becomes this pool of blackness on the ground. It's running off of your hands. It's slimy. It doesn't really have like doesn't feel wet. It's just it becomes a liquid.
Yeah.
And
Like
in front of as it pools in front of you, it starts to take a shape out of the ground.
Oh no.
And slowly rises in the shape, and you see arms and legs and a head, and within just a few seconds, you are staring into the red-eyed, blackened version of yourself. And whereas you seem to be in shock, it's got this devilish smirk. We gonna
God,
kill?
I'm ugly.
We're gonna kill? Can I kill it? Can I kill you? Come on, what are we gonna do?
I look at the giant. What? Is this supposed to be my inner darkness?
It is you if you decide to continue down the path of darkness.
So what do I do now?
We're gonna kill. We're gonna kill, right? Come on, let's go killing.
I look at my little the dark copy of myself and just one finger like I will be with you in just a moment. I look back at the giant. What am I supposed to do with this?
Do.
Because the first thing that comes to my mind is I don't know if it's the correct answer.
It punches you.
Fuck.
3 damage, unarmed strike. Just straight up as you're like trying to avoid it, it just sucker punches you.
I guess the giant's not talking. Giant's not telling me anything. Is not telling me anything.
Giants just watching. The seals just watching.
I cast Thorn Whip on it.
Okay, roll the hit.
29.
You get it.
I do 5 damage. And let's see. Pull him 10 feet closer to me.
Cool. As you pull it, you see it suddenly take a form that you know all too well. It takes its hybrid form.
Oh, it's going. Oh. Yup.
But as it does, you're noticing deepened scars, more of a mangled face. Like this particular wild shape has gone through hell and back.
Hell.
And
Yep.
it feels bigger than what you're used to.
Yeah.
Where in this version, its primal rage has just kind of taken over.
Been unleashed. Yeah. I'm just staring at this giant thing, and basically I just pull out my moonsicle. I basically prepare. I basically kind of just stand ready for it to make a move.
It goes to swing a very large thudded swing, but it misses. You are small.
I take that. I'm gonna take that advantage to basically go for a swipe with my moonsicle.
All right.
14.
Does not hit.
Damn.
It
bonus
gives
action,
off.
Let me see.
Oh,
Oh, try and check my bonus action. This thing is currently. Oh no, reaction. It would be reaction. I needed to make a con save of 16. Because this thing is, I know this copy of me is within 10 feet. Oh wait, that means it can use it too, couldn't it?
14.
Oh shit. That means it failed, so it takes 3 necrotic damage.
Okay.
I'm just staring in awe. Basically, if this is what's inside of me, I can only imagine what exactly what hell I had to go through just to get to this point.
Mm-hmm. As you do that, it swings and does manage to hit you.
Ouch.
As it goes for a predatory strike. For 9 damage.
9 damage? Damn.
Mm-hmm. And as it does, it like hits you with just this thud, and it doesn't necessarily use claws, but it's just a big thunder strike. And your fight with it, you're able to like easily outthink it. You're able to outmaneuver it. And at first, it doesn't quite make sense. This is supposed to be you. How are you beating you what seems to be so easily?
Exactly.
But as it like stares you down, there is something lost behind the eyes.
Yeah, no, it's like basically it's not even me anymore. It's just
It's
just an animal.
It's a creature that has lost its purpose, lost its meaning. It has just been consumed by the anger and the frustration, and you can almost sense that the people that it once helped and protected basically pushed it away because it became uncontrollable. And even, you're staring this thing that's supposed to be you, and even you find yourself remotely disgusted by it. Because even you've referred to it as this thing. And after a couple of minutes of this back and forth bashing, the giant staff taps the ground again, and this blackened creature just dissolves back into this liquid as it reforms into this stone again on the ground before you.
Yeah.
And the giant just nods, and as you have touched it, it has absorbed your essence and showed you what your current path will take you. How did you feel looking at that creature's eyes?
Timbers kind of looks down in a moment, contemplating the words to say, and he says that it brought back the horrible vision of the one thing he is sought to defeat, and just looking at that, basically just proved to him that that if he continues down the road, he basically will become nothing more than what he sought to destroy.
By letting your anger and hatred consume you for others. Yes, you basically will become the very thing your order has sworn to destroy. I am glad you see it. Others who have come before you took much longer to see the outcome. Slight eye twitch over to Cecile's direction.
Oh, I'm avoiding eye contact at that.
Consider this the start of your journey. Now that you have seen You now are coming to the fork of the road. Do you continue to down, or do you change what you need to change here and now to better yourself down the road?
I'm willing to take whatever. I'm willing to take the chances of regaining redemption. Whatever it takes, I'm willing to do to regain redemption, to be in good graces of my fellow adventurers.
He gestures to a large double doors off to his right. To the pools. Feel free. Go and sit and meditate. And think upon this. I will check back with you later.
Thank you, sir. Timber basically, kind of does a little respectful bow and whatnot, and then proceeds towards the double doors.
As you go through them, there is a giant standing at the door, so he opens it for you. As you go through and the doors close, the wise one kind of gives Cecile a little bit of a smile and with, "You caught it early."
It was my hope. Lord knows we don't need another me situation.
You took
Oh lordy.
centuries to figure out you needed help. And because of that, you almost needed a century to obtain it.
Yeah.
This one had only embarked on the path by bringing him to us soon. We can stop it before it becomes decades.
Thankfully. We've got dragons to take on. Don't have decades.
I've heard the whispers of your crusades. Your path is bound to be filled with darkness and turmoil. Better he come and clear his head now than to be stuck with an impossible decision and forever be stuck down the wrong path.
True.
That's
I mean, I got fixed, so even if he did, he'd probably be okay. Eventually. Granted, it would have been harder to convince him to come here.
You use that word. You know I'd never liked it, fixed. Fixed implies it can't be unbroken again. Fixed implies it has been put back together exactly the way it was. I simply showed you where you were heading, and you made the choice to deviate. You might say what I have done here has anything to do with anything, but in reality, it was your own choices. In reality, it will be his own choices. I have just shown you the door.
Yeah, sometimes that door's heavy.
Yes, yes. Sometimes it's near impossible. But eventually, even the strongest of hinges will give way.
Oh, I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
All right. Do you go into the pools as well?
Hmm.
And the pools is just like being inside a lush cave. There's just peace inside this place. There's a couple of hot springs and just the sound of running water, a small waterfall some people have known to just sit under. And despite all the water and despite everything, it's very warm in there. Not quite sauna level warm, but comfortable. People can rest here, sleep here, meditate here, and be completely content. Though, of course, since there's no window that shows you to the outside, it's very easy to lose track of days, if not weeks, down here. But I think, in retrospect to how the Giants have worked, that's almost the point. Because then you're not thinking of the, oh, I gotta go when it gets dark kind of thing. It's, hey, I gotta go when it gets dark. Well, you've been here for 5 days. I think you can go whenever. What? Kind of feel.
Yeah. It's part of why Cecile's trying not to relax, so she can kind of keep track.
Mm-hmm. So are you just kind of standing watch while
Yeah, get my feet in the
Timbers
water.
goes off and meditate? Okay.
Just kind of watching
Let's
him.
face it. At this point,
Let him
after
percolate.
Cecile walks in, Cecile walks in. Probably she'll know probably Timber's armor and stuff is probably on the side. He's just just kind of like dog paddling around in the water. Like you just see like a little like a little head just kind of like circling around like a crocodile in the water. Yeah.
Cecile will take her sheets off and kind of roll up the cuffs up pants and just sit on the edge and have feet dangling in the water.
You guys are in here for a few hours. Right here. Looks like what?
Small bean.
Look like what?
Yeah. Don't worry. That was just a nugget. That was the oldest.
I need.
So after some time,
I need both of
What'd
you
you
to
What am I
make
rolling?
what you need?
I need you guys to make a DC 30 con save.
Oh,
Is this against being
no.
poisoned?
Mm,
Or
no.
charmed? Okay. Come on, that 20. Come on, that 20.
Here's all
I know,
day.
is it
Oh, not
considered-
a nat 20.
I
God
got
damn it.
I'm gonna drown. I can't blink.
You're not gonna drown.
I was nowhere close. Even if
I
I
needed
got
a
a
nat
nat
20.
20, I still was nowhere close.
I needed a nat 20 to make DC.
Yeah, you needed a nat 20 just to make it. Yeah.
And we both dropped.
Oh,
I can blink.
I won't do the thing. Okay. You're just kind of like chilling out, and this sensation of a old person kind of like overwhelms the two of you.
Oh no!
And from
This is
out
like the
of
reverse of that fountain youth. This is a fountain of aging.
and from out of some shadowy area, you just hear the clacking of what sounds like heeled boots that almost kind of have like this weird high heel sound as the click clack.
Mm-hmm.
And you just like hear this
Immediately just
well.
What voice is that?
Oh no!
the voice you've never heard of. She sounds
Feminine, I'm guessing.
feminine,
Yeah, feminine.
but also very domineering, very
Oh
aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
and slowly
Immediately under
approaches
the
the
water.
two of you. And while you guys are like completely unable to move, except maybe like your eyes, you get this like scaled look about her as she kind of like sniffs around the two of you. And where is it? Which one of you has it? I traveled a long way to find you.
I mean, we're whole personed, so
Oh fuck! I think
I can't say shit.
Nope. At some point, though, she starts walking in front of you.
I mean, I'm in the water. Or maybe my feet are in the water. I'm on the edge.
Mm-hmm. You both are in the water. At some point, you get this staff-wielding, almost crown-bearing female that starts to walk around the cavern with you.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of...
Is this the same woman I saw in the cavern when we got that scry off of Kirk?
Yes.
Oh
And she kind of reaches down and
no!
plucks Tibbers right out of the water. And despite her frailer looking frame, seems to easily one-hand you out of the water. And brings you face
Cecile's
to
eyes
face.
look mad.
Brings you face to face with, where is it?
Bah.
Whole
Slowly.
person we can't talk.
Oh, I know. Just sits there and like staring, like she's just staring at you. And then realizing,
Blink, go blink.
I don't think you're the one who has it. And tosses Timbers right back into the water. Before slowly meandering over to Cecile. Almost to the point where she's now getting into the water. Face to face.
Can I try and fight this whole person?
You can try to give me another
Right in?
save, both of you.
Let's see if I get 20. That's not 20.
Capacity, base drill strategy. Oh, okay. Just had to double check. And yeah, she like gets into the water. She's still holding
my
the
God.
staff.
My computer time. God damn it!
And
I'm sorry.
just eyes Cecile, like you are now looking like eye to eye. Oh no. Alice computer
Yeah, the
did the
Alice
thing.
Frozen. Yep, it done pooped. Badger, question.
Hmm.
In the aspect of touching, if she's holding me by my head, would that still count as me touching her?
No.
Or would I actually have to use my hand to touch to make a spell?
I would almost say you'd have to use like a limb at least.
Damn. All right.
But now you're kind of in a. Would you consider Tibbers to be a floater or a sinker?
Well, he's a deep gnome, so he doesn't have his armor on. So I would say he's probably floating.
Okay.
I mean, he's very light, so I would say
despite
he's
the
probably
whole
floating on the water.
because despite the whole person mid swim, she kind of just threw you back into the water, and now you're not swimming; you're just frozen.
Yeah, I know. I'm petrified.
Mhm.
I rolled in that one. I was like, oh yeah, I ain't moving at all.
And so it's like if you considered yourself a
'Cause, yeah, I was asking
sinker,
when you
now
said
he's just kind of sinking into the water.
Yeah, no. If I went in that water with my armor on, I already know I probably would have been sinking. But yeah, so I was being asked when you said that we could roll our Constitution checks and whatnot. Was the DC still set 30?
Mm-hmm.
It's still set. Then yeah, there's
Mm-hmm.
no point in me trying to roll for that because I'm never gonna reach that even with a nat 20. Because I only got +3, so that ain't helping.
Hell! Okay, it's getting cold. I don't want to close my door.
I also thought it was funny. I actually when she I guess picked me up, looked me in the eyes, said, "Where is it?" I can only imagine if I was able to talk, all that would come out of my mouth is bad, just sheep noise.
Yeah, even though she's asking, it's clear that she's not actually looking for an answer. She's seen.
Yep.
Ooh, has it? Yeah, now my cat will be happier with me. I would have set up the BRB screen, but I feel like as soon as I did, she popped back in. Is that just my luck?
Rogue says that they are restarting their PC now.
Okay. Ooh.
To quote directly, this PC, I swear to God, restarting.
I can hear her say that. I can hear it. I swear to God.
That's how you know you're good friends with somebody, is, you know,
you can hear their
you
voice.
hear a line that they say often, and you hear it in their voice.
I wonder if she finally just said, screw it, pull the case off, and went to go reseat the graphics cards she's been talking about doing for a while.
Who knows?
You better, Marco. You better know. This is how you know you raise your pets right, is even if their face is completely lodged in a food bowl. If you reach your hand down and ask for scritches, they will come over and receive scritches.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn right. Hi, buddy. I know I interrupted you eating dinner, but I know you wanted some scritches. I know you wanted some. Yeah. How's it going? Set up his new
Oh. What do
litter
you
box.
want?
What?
I will open that on my phone so it actually plays for me. 1 second. I got sent a DM from the crazy goblin in the corner.
Crazy goblin in the corner. One with the waggly tail. What? In the meantime, Amir, the next time you go and check in with the brothers, you have something added to your inventory. That's good and good.
Checking.
Another wacky tail.
Yeah, he is very pleased with that. God. Nice.
I've also, for those that did see it, I also posted a picture of who they see in the D&D Monday chat.
Rogue is typing. Discord won't boot up on the PC. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
He is just having
Gotta
an
love-
array of issues.
Gotta love technical difficulties.
No.
Negatory.
I will show later.
Let's see. YouTube. Alright. I know what feat that I have to take next. That'll work. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be advised, I am EP.
Be advised, I am EP. Oh wait, no, hold on. I got.
Be advised, I am EP.
Sarge, I'm going Betty bye.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up.
I mean, shoo, in Helldivers the other night, we made a star I found a ledge and I was laying backwards watching an area.
Well, welcome to the land of milk and honey, bitch.
Johnny jumps up
God,
and
that's
says,
pretty
well, doesn't
proud.
that look comfy? So he lays down next to me. And the other two jumped up and lay down, so our feet are pointing 4 different directions as we're sitting there with guns, laying on the ground, waiting for something to pop up. Yep, this is comfy. Yep, this is very comfy.
Damn. That's funny. I will be right back.
Okay.
Waiting on 7 swings per turn to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dammy's getting up there too.
Yeah, I
in
know.
hits per turn.
Uh-oh.
What is this?
I don't know.
It's a poopy dog.
Oh, it's their new dog.
It's a
Because,
poopy
you know,
dog.
me saying that I'll show you guys later, you know, apparently just goes right over the head. They pick him up on the 6th.
Poopy dog.
Actually, hold on.
PC is fast, is the response that Rogue just threw into the chat.
Ta-da.
Our fighter's back!
Yeah, I could fuck it and hop on my phone.
Okay. Well, weird question would be, where on your person do you have the dragon mask?
It would be in my bag of holding, just probably on my hip.
Okay. So while she is in the water with you, just kind of staring you down, she kind of does this sniffing gesture. Where is it? And just kind of like looks around and notices the satchel on your hip, the bag of holding. And while you're currently stuck, he reaches down and grabs it. Does a little, yes, it is close. And promptly opens the bag. Look within. And while she is doing this and searching around until eventually she reaches her hand into the bag and
Do I get another
plucks.
save?
You will, yes. You both do.
I'm on 20. Don't crash my PC, please.
Getting there. Surprisingly, even though you got some goodies in your bag of holding, she only plucks the white mask. Even to the point where she just kind of, and lets the bag drop into the water.
She would have to
Surprisingly,
know what the other things in there would be. It makes sense that she knows the mask. She would have to know what else is in there to even access it, 'cause that's how bag of holdings work.
Yep.
For the mask, yes. That makes sense.
So she plucks the mask out, and while the bag is still open, she just lets it drop into the water. So unfortunately, the bag ends up getting filled up to the brim with water, whatever space is still left with inside. And she just kind of holds the mask up and almost for a moment, like, looks like she's going to put it on before she just chuckles. Surprisingly, I thought Neron Vane would have been one of my best, but how complacent he was. Control of 2 masks. Leaving this one as a tool. I really thought I'd be able to find where you and your friends stay. But unfortunately, it brought me here. Well, now I get to take this. I'm going to go back, put it together with the others, so I can, how do you say, unlock my full essence? Yes. She puts the dragon mask, opens her robes, and places it inside.
The dragon mask.
I'm
Tibbers, you do
committing
get a
for
chance to
face
roll for
memory.
another save.
Are you kidding me?
I'm trying my best to commit her face and
Alright.
everything to memory.
Mm-hmm. Which, given that's
All right,
pretty much the
let's
only
see.
thing you can do at the moment.
Oh, look at that. Another nat 1.
Oh no.
Rolling down doors. Go.
You are
Another
like
nat 1.
you're floating, but you're like slowly
I'm
shifting
long
because
this point.
so you're probably starting to get a little bit waterlogged. And as she slowly steps out of the water and kind of thanks you in this like half-hunted thank you, she stops and goes, "Oh my dear, I have been
Bitch.
so rude to you. Allow me to introduce myself. They call me once of many things. The Blackened Sky, the Dark Dealing One. But in this unassuming form, you may call me Takesis.
Akisis.
Takesis. Spelled Takhisis.
Oh, okay, Takesis. Okay.
Takesis. As it must appear, I am trying to unlock my full essence. We are close. And the only thing in our way is you. So consider this a warning. Try to find us. And I'll have to get angry. And you shouldn't like me when I am angry. Or I will bring the whole world. But alright. Ta-ta for now, as she blinks back into the darkness and kind of just fades out of existence. And after a few seconds, you both are instantly released.
But Timbers is Timbers drowning right now?
We figured he's floating, but since he was in mid-swim, he's constantly turning. So at some points, his face first in the water, and then other moments, he's got a breathing hole and whatnot.
Yeah, as soon as it's released, I'm scooping out my bag. Nothing else should have fallen out of the bag, because that's how bags of holding work. The only time stuff
Yep.
comes out is if they get destroyed. So I'm grabbing that, but I'm also grabbing Timbers and plopping him out of the water.
Mhm. It's just now what is it, out of the 500 square feet of room, anything that's not taken up by a object is filled with water.
Mhm.
So the next time you open it, you just kind of like, the fuck?
That bitch, I swear to God. That bitch, I swear to God. I swear I'm gonna kick her in right in the
Red.
thesis.
So Mac and Timbers on the back to knock the water.
As soon as you guys are released, the double doors swing open and a couple of really armored looking giants come running in. And they're like, we detected it was in this room. Where does she go? Where does she go?
The bitch
Oh,
fled
no.
the scene. The bitch fled the scene.
The
Karen,
wise one
Wait,
from the
wait.
next room wanders a couple of feet in and kind of sighs, but kind of relieved that the two of you are okay. Our entire city was just hit with like this slow spell, like a time stop. By the time we realized we were affected, we
Yeah.
couldn't check on you earlier. I am pleased to see that the two of you are okay.
We got held.
Bleh.
She took the dragon mask that I had. Apparently, she doesn't know where the city is. Not the city, the other city. Just good, I guess. See how she could just appear wherever the fuck she wants.
It would have taken her to summon some amount of magic to come here the way she did. He is powerful, been able to drop a large area time stop as well as whatever affected you. He could have slaughtered half the city before we realized what hit us. What did she take? What did she want?
The
Where did
white
she
dragon
go?
mask. That I don't know. My guess is back to wherever the fuck she came from. Probably wherever they've been staying.
You might need to go and rally with the others. Now that our location has been compromised, we need to take action. We need to prepare for the worst.
I apologize. I did not know. Apparently, the mask had a tracker on it. Didn't know that. The other mask we have doesn't have a tracker on it, as far as I'm aware.
No need to apologize. None of us were aware. We
If
have
out of him, had a
survived.
pet.
We have survived millennia. We will endure some more.
Just kind of keep patting Timbers on the back.
So I'm gonna kick her right in the thesis next time I see that bitch.
Yeah, you and me both. Sucks. Been a while. So I've been affected by that. Ugh. Okay, we gotta get back to the others. Silver lining. Apparently, she doesn't know
Yeah,
where
it's
Black
probably
Hole
best.
is. Oh wait, and before we leave, I'm gonna open the bag of holding to summon the water that filled the bag of holding.
Yeah, almost as
pour
soon
out
as
the
you
water.
open it up, you can sense that there's this
Damn.
overabundance of water. And you go to dump it out in Timbers,
out.
you're just watching this like constant stream of water come out of the bag and just goes and goes and goes and goes and
Jesus!
goes and goes. I mean, given that, like I said, given the size of how the maximum a bag of holding can hold, which is a lot, whatever is not. What is it? Yeah, 64 cubic feet. So even if all the gear that's inside of it is only like maybe 5 cubic feet of stuff, it's a lot of water.
Yep.
That's a lot of water.
Yeah, it is. So much water. Okay.
So basically, you sit there and dump out 471 and give or take gallons of water. Yeah, 63 cubic feet of is 471.273 liquid gallons.
Jesus. Okay. That's
But yeah, you manage to dump out the rest of the water. And your helm can pretty much teleport you guys out wherever, however.
Yeah. I'll probably send a sending to Alyssa. It's basically like, we're coming in hot, had to run in with the big bad before she, in her ultimate form. I'll explain more when we get there.
Okay.
That sucked.
Most likely, when you teleport in, they'll already be waiting around the circle.
Timbers is dripping wet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting thing to look at.
Yeah, I see. My arm, like my arm is dry, but I'm wet. I'm just.
And with that, I don't think there was much more we could do
I will
until
look at
others.
Timbers before we teleport. And be like, glad you found some inner peace. Got some good relaxation in.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And then just
At least
teleport.
redemption was not too far out my reach.
But say you guys were in the pools for a few hours before
Yeah.
she showed up, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still had to. I still never showed I still didn't showed that thing to Seal that I was meaning to show her.
Oh.
I guess that'll be for another time.
Oh, that one. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
That one.
That one.
Yep, because we talked about it, and yeah.
All right, you guys eventually gather up, and through the helm and a little hand holding, you guys poof out and head back to Blackfall.
Yay.
And because we kind of have to wait on everybody else who's at Blackfall to really go much further, I guess this is where we're going to stop tonight. Did a little bit of push, because I think everybody else is just standing guard, getting everybody inside, preparing for an imminent attack. And I think they're just holding on to their breath. But yes, this is probably what happened throughout the greater part of your guys' day. So you guys would probably teleport back later that evening. Go from there. So we shall pause here for tonight. We will pick up the other half of this lovely adventure next week, where we get to figure out what happens with Blackfall and see what everyone's reaction is when these two come back soaking wet and looking like they've seen a ghost. But until then, we will say adios to Kicking YouTube, and sorry for the shorter game, but we just wanted to push a little bit without feeling like we're skipping weeks on end. And hopefully we'll have everybody here and ready to go next time, and we'll go from there. So till then, bye.
Why?
Do that.